All right, so Marxist Antifa members are showing their true colors again. That's always a good thing so we can know what we're dealing with. They have this really clever flag saying, "We will tread," with a fist grabbing the rattlesnake, obviously taken from the "Don't Tread on Me" Gadsden flag. Okay, you will tread. You'll tread on what exactly? Just racist people who have harmed or killed others? Okay. Someone who has harmed or killed others has initiated force against an innocent person. I could understand the logic with that. But we all know that's not what they mean. Judging by, the entire history of Antifa, it's pretty obvious who they wish to tread upon. I mean, just in recent news, we all know that plenty of smaller businesses have been their victim. And why not? Antifa is unabashedly Marxist. In their eyes, any business owner who hires anyone is by definition a slave owner. They have a bunch of wage slaves. This is their exact rhetoric, because the worker may produce 20 units of value in an hour, but the business owner keeps the surplus value for themselves by only paying the employee 15 units an hour. So those business owners are Antifa's enemy, and it all stems from the labor theory of value nonsense that has been debunked time and time and time again. Of course, those Marxists never bring up the risk of starting a new business, the massive amounts of costs that the employer takes on that the employee doesn't have to worry about. They don't talk about the massive amount of an initial outlay of capital, which could go up in smoke if the community doesn't patron their store or business. They don't bring up the difference between an employer and employee as far as the time value of money is concerned, where the employee gets paid for the work they do no matter what, at scheduled intervals, whereas the employer is never guaranteed an income. They better hope society wants their product or service, otherwise things could go really wrong for them. The employee has no such concern whatsoever. The worker doesn't have to worry about that. And that's the other thing they never bring up. You want all employees to share equally the revenue coming into the business, but they never say the other side of it, which is what happens when you operate at a loss. What happens when no one in society wants the product you're offering? Do all the employees now all share in the loss as well? You can't have it both ways, because as it is right now, it's only the employer that has to stay awake at night thinking about what happens if they don't turn a profit, and thinking about all the things that they risked to begin that venture. So those are the people that Antifa will be treading upon. Those are the people who they claim are evil wage slave owners. And by the way, they're going to tread on you and people like me as well, because I can see through the nonsense that they spew. And because I might have some questions, well, we are then by definition their enemy. Another thing is they don't understand the irony of it all. Why is a rattlesnake used in the "Don't Tread on Me" slogan? It's used for a specific reason. And anyone who likes to learn about rattlesnakes knows this, and I'm one of them, by the way, big fan of snakes. Well, it's a bit surprising to most people, but as deadly as a rattlesnake can be to people, rattlesnakes are desperate to not bite humans. They don't want to have conflict with us. You've really got to try to get them to mess with you. It's very costly to the rattlesnakes to use venom. It takes time to produce more venom, and they don't want to use it on us because they need it for their food, because they'd rather bite a mouse, paralyze it, than eat it, rather than have the mouse thrashing around, which will cause the snake to have to expend more energy. Anyway, this video is not about rattlesnakes, but the point is, "Don't tread on me" is signifying something that is very powerful and can defend itself with lethal precision. But it doesn't want to harm you. It does not seek conflict. It just wishes for you to respect its space. If a rattlesnake rattles its tail at you and you walk away from it, 99.99% of the time, the rattlesnake backs down and is not going to pursue you. It got all it wanted, which is just not to be messed with. Well, here, the irony is stunning. They are anti-fascists, supposedly, outright sending the message that despite you wanting to live your own life and you letting them live theirs, they are going to pursue you. They don't like you, and given the opportunity, they will grab you by the throat if you don't fall in line with their long debunked, intellectually bankrupt, and downright violent ideology. And they're not helping anyone either. Not even the working class they profess to be the saviors of. Go ask someone that got a paycheck from a business that they burned down. Ask them how they feel about whether or not you really care about the working class. Because it's been said before, Marxist socialists do not love the poor. They just hate the rich. But unfortunately, it's not just the rich they end up hurting. They also destroy the lives of the poor and working class as well. And one other small thing to mention, the Don't Tread on Me slogan, there is admittedly a small vocal minority of moronic racist right-wingers who have co-opted that sign. But like I said, that's a vocal minority. Vast majority of people look at Don't Tread on Me and they like it because they say to themselves exactly what I had just said. Oh, that represents people who don't want to harm others, but they want to be respected and they will defend themselves. One last thing that's funny about this picture, I really hope that hand has a glove on it, because grabbing a snake like that is a surefire way to have a bad day, especially because that hand isn't even keeping the upper and lower jaw of the snake shut. Snakes are flexible creatures, my friend. It's just got to maneuver a little bit, and it could easily tag that hand. And then you're going to be in pain like you've never felt before. So not only is this a message that glorifies violence against innocent people, it also demonstrates a highly irresponsible and downright stupid way to handle snakes. But anyway, that's all for now. These people are sociopaths. But if they do want to take up rattlesnake handling as a hobby, I would fully support them in their own decision to do such an activity. But like and subscribe and share this video, and take it easy.